Hello, my name is Lisa Banning-Hender, and I'm the business manager for Yoga Devotion. We are so pleased to be a part of the 2021 Homiletics Festival, and I'm really honored that you've chosen to join me today. I'm not only the business manager, but I'm also an instructor with Yoga Devotion, and I'm a healing touch practitioner. So I thought we would journey together through a gentle yoga and healing touch practice today that we can do for ourselves. So let's come into an easy seat today. Maybe rock back and forth to get your sit bones nice and wide. Our yoga practice today will be seated, so if you prefer to be in a chair, that's just fine. It might make your feet a little bit accessible, and we will need them accessible as well. This practice will include a little foot massage, so if you want to press pause for a moment and find some oil or lotion for when we get to that part of the practice, that would be great. And then I'll be right here when you get back. Healing touch is a nurturing energy therapy. It's great for self-care and supporting yourself and others on healing journeys that we're all on. We can support that healing. We can bring ease and comfort to our bodies and help us heal a little bit more quickly. Healing touch is done in the energetic body, and the energetic body is around our physical body. And there's chakras. There's 7 chakras moving up the body. These are energy centers that spin outward from our body and create the aura and the energy field that resides around us. So first, we'll start warming up the physical body with our yoga practice, and then with our healing touch practice, we'll bring balance and connection into our energetic body. So let's just start seated, and we'll take some nice, slow, deep breaths. Let's bring one hand over the heart, one hand over the other at the heart center, and feel your heart beating within you. Now we'll feel our breath move past our hands and down into our belly for some gentle belly breathing. As we move towards calming our mind for this practice, we'll do some alternate nostril breathing, which helps connect the 2 hemispheres of our mind. So we'll bring our thumb and our ring finger hovering over each nostril, and we'll bring our middle finger and our index finger right to our brow center between our eyebrows. So it can anchor there, rest there, as our thumb and 3rd finger hover over our nostrils. Now let's take a nice deep breath through both nostrils. Exhale completely. And now let's block off the left nostril and inhale through the right. At the top of the inhale, we'll switch sides, block off the right nostril now and exhale through the left. Let's inhale through that same side. Switch and exhale. Inhale, same side. Switch and exhale. Inhale through the same side. Switch and exhale. And we'll continue for a few more breaths, alternating back and forth at the pace that matches the way you would like to breathe today. One more round. And we'll bring our hands back down to our knees. our hands to heart center and dedicate this next 30 minutes to practicing in God's presence, finding connection with Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Let's reach our arms all the way up, nice big V shape, welcoming in God's presence. One more nice inhale. We'll bring our hands back to heart center and then to our knees. Clearing a little bit of congestion that might reside in our hips, let's hinge forward here and then circle around to the right. And let your shoulders and arms into the motion too. So we just bring ourselves to an internal presence to notice what's happening in our physical body. And we'll come on back up to seated. We'll inhale our shoulders to our ears. Exhale, press the shoulders down, tips of the shoulder blades moving down towards the waist. And then we'll release. Hinging forward here. Let's circle around to the left this time. Noticing and releasing, or noticing and blessing any tightness that might reside in our hips, our low back, our shoulders, our elbows. One more time around. We'll come on back to being grounded through our sit bones, extending upward through our spines. We'll lift our shoulders up towards our ears, release them down our backs again, tips of the shoulder blades moving downwards towards your waist, and take a few nice easy breaths here. Let's inhale up the front body. Pause at the top of your head. Maybe notice some openness there. And then we'll exhale down the back of our spine, grounding ourselves into the earth. So inhale, lengthening upward through the body. Pause. And then exhale down the back body. One more time, just like that, making a little space, a thin space between heaven and earth. All right, from here, let's lengthen our legs out in front of us. And wiggle our toes. And we'll circle our ankles. And the other way. And we'll point and flex our feet. Let's relax our legs and find a bit of softness in our knees. Let's inhale, reaching up. And exhale, forward fold with a nice long low back. Let's let go of any need to bring our nose all the way to our toes. And just make sure our low back is nice and long. We have some softness on our knees. And our forward fold feels good in our body. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands come down to the side. Right hand stays on the ground, left hand comes up and over. Both sit bones remain grounded into the earth. And then we'll switch sides. Let's come on back to center, reach up, and forward fold. Let's come halfway up, and forward fold. Let's come on back to sitting up straight and bring our hands behind us, fingertips on the ground. And we'll lift our hearts up. Gentle back bend through the thoracic spine, lifting the heart gently heavenward. And we'll come on back up to seated. And let's bring ourselves back to a cross-legged pose. Now, if this isn't particularly comfortable for you to sit in this way, you can certainly do the rest of this practice in a straddle position. Let's make it an option for all. Yeah. Straddle position. I think I'll stay straddled. You can come back to cross-legged if you'd like to. All right, so right hand comes to the ground, left arm up and over. And we'll find our left side body rotating upward, and maybe you could gently look up past your extended arm. We'll take another breath here. And then let's bring this extended arm to the horizon and take a gentle twist to the right. Now let's keep our hand at our knee, but release the twist. We'll take our other arm and cross in front. So we have a hand on each knee and our elbows are crossed, and we'll stay sitting up straight, but we'll round forward. So we're not forward folding at all, we're just rounding our spine downward. Legs stay a little bit active with toes pointing upward. Before we come up, let's bring our hands to our shoulders and pick up your pelvic floor and sit up from there. So lift the pelvic floor and we'll sit on up. We can stay here in this beautiful hug pose we have for ourselves. Giving yourselves a little healing and self-care. Or if it would feel good in your body to find eagle arms, you can do that. Let's let our thumbs be free. Elbows press downward, finding a gentle depression through the shoulders. Let's gently release our arms from wherever they are. Bring your fingers back, and we'll lift our hearts forward again. And we'll come on back to seated. Now we'll do the same series on the other side. So we'll bring our left arm out, right arm up and over, and we'll gently turn and lift upward towards the sky. Ribs reach towards the sky, eyes glance towards the sky. Soft focus here. Let's bring the right arm out to the horizon and then across the body for a gentle twist. We'll keep our spine nice and long as we twist. Now we'll keep our hand on our knee, but release the twist and bring our other arm across. So our arms are crossing in front of us, and we'll round our spines and bow our head down. Let's breathe some space behind the heart and between the shoulder blades. Before we come up, we'll bring hands to shoulders, pick up the pelvic floor and sit up. And take a few more breaths right here in our hug pose, Or find eagle arms with the elbows pressing downward. All right, let's release our arms to the back. Open your heart here. And we'll come on back to seated in easy seated pose. And let's find our oil or our lotion. Put a little amount into our hands and rub our hands together. Let's take a foot out in front of us. And let's rub up and down the sole of our foot. And then we'll take our thumbs to the middle of our instep and then pull our thumbs away from each other. And we'll move our thumbs down a little bit farther, and then across the webbing of the toes. And we'll do that a couple more times. And then we'll take each toe, give it 3 little massages. Moving on to each toe alternately. We're on our littlest toe here. One hand comes on top of the foot, one on the bottom, and let's just rub up and down a few times. We'll thank this foot for helping us move around through the world. And then we'll find our other foot. You might want to refresh your oil, your lotion. And we'll rub the bottom of our foot in a gentle, nourishing manner. And then we'll do our thumb spreading across the instep. High, medium, and low. A couple more times. And then we'll find our toes. We'll rub our big toe a few times and move on to the middle toe. And the third toe. Fourth one. And then that smallest little toe. Bring your hands in between there if it's not too much. And then we'll bring a hand to the bottom of our foot and the top of our foot. And just rub up and down a few times. I'll bless this foot and find a comfortable, easy seat. All right. So now we will bring ourselves to some care of our energetic body. So as we ground down through our sit bones, we'll close our eyes. Take some nice breaths. Now we've paid some special attention to our feet. Let's take one hand into the bottom of our foot. And if you're in a chair, you can do it like this. We'll take one hand into the bottom of our foot and one hand to our knee. And as we breathe here, let's find connection between the sole of our foot and our knee. Think about connecting and balancing. doing this by yourself, you can stay here until you feel that connection or for about 10 breaths. But for now, we'll move on, taking the hand that was on our foot to our knee and our other hand to our hip. We'll ground down. We'll close our eyes. We'll think about connecting our knee and our hip. All right, let's release, and then we'll come to our other foot and our knee, right into the chakra in our foot that opens out through the bottom, just behind the ball of the foot, and our knee. We'll sense our energy there. We'll breathe. Loving, gentle, energetic, balancing for our body. All right, moving on, we'll bring our hand to our knee and our hip. Find connection between these two parts. Find your breath moving. We can let prana, we can let energy ride on our breath as we find connection and balance between our knee and our hip. One more breath here. And we'll release our knee and bring both hands to our hip joints. Now, it is quite normal to have some energetic congestion here as our hips hold a lot of our emotions. So we'll think about connecting hip to hip, finding balance there. All right, so our legs are connected. Let's move on to the 7 main chakras and the main part of our energetic body. So the first one is our root chakra. It's down in our pelvic floor. So we'll bring our hand kind of away, about 6 inches away, just to catch that vibration that's coming down out of our root chakra. Our other hand will go at our sacral chakra, right between our belly button and the top of our pubic bone. So let's bring our hands there and notice, maybe you can envision red, our root chakra glowing red. And our root chakra is the home of our connection to our tribe, our family, the earth, our people. And we'll find connection with the sacral chakra just above that in your other hand. Its color is glowing orange. It's the seat of our emotions, how we feel about things. Seat of our sensual nature. Now, as we think about connecting and balancing these two. Again, if you're doing this on your own, you could hold it for 10 breaths or when you feel that connection. And then let's take take our hand at our root chakra and bring it into our solar plexus, which is just below the xiphoid process, just above the navel. And its color is yellow, glowing yellow. It's the seed of what we do in the world, how we are, the work we do, the good we do. So we can picture the orange glowing sacral chakra and the yellow glowing solar plexus chakra. So we find connection and balance between these two. You might be asking, what does connection feel like? Of course, it's different for everyone. When I feel it, it feels like compassion to me. But you can feel it on your own and define it as you will. As with most things, it's different for all of us. Makes the journey interesting. All right, let's take our hand that's on our sacral chakra and bring it up into our heart center. Now the heart chakra either glows rose-colored or green. It's said to have both qualities. And of course, it's our center for love. And I always think the connection between the solar plexus chakra and the heart chakra is important as we bring love into everything we do in the world. Thinking about connecting and balancing. Now let's take our hand on our solar plexus and bring it up to our throat. Now you might not want your hand right on your throat, so this is another place it can hover. Its color is blue. And of course, it's our voice in the world. Again, I think it's super important to keep the heart and the throat connected. So the words that we use may have a balance of love in them. So we speak our truth, but we speak our truth in love. You might want to bring the colors green and blue into your mind's eye. Again, breathing nice and deep and slow, letting our prana, letting our energetic awareness ride on our breath. Let's take the hand that's at our heart and bring it right to our forehead, right in between our eyebrows, into our third eye chakra. Third eye chakra, the seat of our intuition. Its color is indigo or violet. We'll notice prana, energy riding on our breath. We find connection here. Now we'll take the hand at our throat and bring it right into the crown of our head. The crown of our head, violet. Crown of our head where God's presence can enter. Prana riding on the breath for these upper chakras, more spiritual in nature. Let's take the hand that's at our brow center and take it palm facing up, about 8 inches above your head. Now this chakra, it's not common in yogic practices, but in healing touch, we call it the point of individuation, where we individuate yet never separate from God. That connection is such a blessing, so important, and a comfort to keep in mind. All right, from here, let's both reach both hands up. And now, let's bring our hands in and see if you can find a spot where things just become a little bit more dense. And maybe you can find the edges of your energetic body. It might be pretty big now that you're all connected. But you can ask that it could be brought in a little bit so you can feel it. And close your eyes and picture your energetic field glowing yellow with golden light, filled with God's presence. And then let's bring our hands back to Anjali Mudra, hands at heart center, prayer pose. Feel how you feel, not only your physical body, but your energetic body as well. I pray that this practice has been a blessing to you. We'll close our practice today with 3 big inhales and audible exhales. We'll inhale, reaching up in the name of God, the Creator. God, the Redeemer. And God, the Sustainer. Amen. The light and the love of Christ in me honors the light and the love of Christ in each of you. Namaste.